гейминга. Вчера не можахме да... Момент. Вчера не можахме да нещо записвахме, но не стана. След една минута беше спряно и не знам каква беше причината. Майк. Трябва да намалим малко майка. Че не знам, много силно ми... Силно... Силно. Добре, така е добре. И записвахме... Стигаме малко звука на играта. Обаче след една минута спря. И сега ще започнем отново, понеже беше края на играта. Но не ми хареса. Така че по-добре, че е спрял. Сега ще започнем от там, където започва края на играта. И всъщност може дори да направим едно DLC днес. Даже най-добре ще направим едно DLC. Да го изберем, примерно... Service Delivered Package for Да. А това е How's below the production icon. Been hired to find the prank killer and bring them to justice. Някакъв убиец ще търсим на някаква планета. Дай да видим къде. Тя е огромна планета. Понеже за да продължа моята игра в стила, който си играех, нали, с разговори и такива неща, не ми достигнаха точките за разговори, за лъжи, за каквото и да е било. Ще им ньока и работа. И сега ще опитаме да дигнем още няколко левела, за да можем да достигнем тия точки. В крайен случай, ако не стане, ще върнем точките там, нали имаше някакъв начин. Силно бе. Трябва да намалим. Кои сме тук? Ньока и то.
Oh, wow. This is a job? Feels more like a vacation.
Seems like a vacation. Seems like a big map. Yeah. Къде му заре кой е малко? Има някакво друго място отзаде. Да. Кораб. Огромен кораб. Мога ли да скочим? Не. Добре. Единствено бях намерил много хубав снайпер. Няма как.
Hello there. Hope your atmospheric entry wasn't too troublesome. As a guest of honor, you deserve the best in comfort.
Thank you.
Sublight Salvage and Shipping Underground, or Slug, as we like to call ourselves, is delighted to welcome you to Eridanos. I'm the Grand Colonial Head Bellhop. I'm here to grab your bags and direct you, the inspector, to the Grand Ballroom, which was the scene of the crime.
And why... Защо ме не избрахте за тая работа? Не мога да разбера. Как ме намерихте изобщо? за да мога. И ми харесват
I'll
отговорите.
say, there's nary a soul here who wasn't a fan of hers in some respect. Just about everybody's shocked. Some people are inconsolable. Hell, even Black Hole Birdie, Helen's beau, has wandered off. Some folks think he had something to do with the murder, but yeah, I don't believe it.
He did it. It's always the boyfriend.
Emergency stain and accident disappearing goop capsules are currently low on capacity. Would you like to order a new 5,000 caps carton of goop for this unit?
Folks get heated when it comes to serials and their actors, I suppose. Not particularly. But I think some folks were jealous of her success, or otherwise viewed her as a threat. Reckon how she came about her fame didn't help. I imagine the admin briefed you about Helen's part in the Spectrum Brown unveiling. Too bad about the postponement. Not so terrible as Helen's murder, but still a crying shame.
Изобщо не знам за какво ми говориш, ама изобщо. Was the product release a big deal?
You bet it was. Rizzo's rented out the ballroom in the hotel just for the launch event. Reckoned it was gonna be a real swell affair. Rizzo's ain't unveiled the product since the debut of Spectrum Ultraviolet. Invisible to the naked eye, and as it happened, prone to causing massive internal bleeding. Anyway, I think I've held you up long enough. Once you're ready, head down to the lobby. The ballroom is just behind the elevators. Meanwhile, I'll grab your bags. You're making fun, right? Your luggage, belongings, kit, wherever you keep what you ain't wearing. You're still giving me a pretty blank look. Suppose it's none of my business, but do you just wear the same set of clothes all the time?
Uh-huh. Yeah, I do. Always. I don't shave, I don't shower, nothing. Really. I just ferment in my clothes all the time.
Well, reckon I can respect your candor, even if it scares me a smidge. Anyhow, I'll look for you in the grand ballroom later. Hope you can unravel this mystery, Inspector.
Добре, мислих, че е тъпо, но все пак има някаква доза хумор в това DLC. Да разгледаме сега. О, workshop. Добре. Какво да правим в този workshop? Тинкеринг. Всичко е безобразно скъпо. Това може да... Ще е толкова. Това е капнато на 1000. Repair няма, breakdown няма. Така. Охо! О, добре. Тук може да съберем някакви... Ще дадем на Нью-Йорк това чудо. Това ще го продадем. И това ще продадем. Така. Welcome committee. Тук. Това се крие. Нищо няма. А тук?
Worth nothing to you.
I'm sure you've spent a lot, sir, but unfortunately we can't make any exceptions.
Can't make any exceptions. In Byzantium, those words would be a criminal offense.
Shame we're not in Byzantium.
I can't believe Helen's gone. You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolrich would outlive Halcyon Helen.
I'm pretty happy working for Slug. Mr. Kincannon treats us with respect.
Взема очилата. Много ми свети. Той е жар направо. Оле. Я раницата в колата остана.
It's nice to take a breather, ain't it?
Това моите дрехи ли са? Да, това е моите дрехи. Абе, аз не мога ли? Синга... За армор. Таки. Defense skill melee. Pulling sprint speed. Walk speed. Nightingale, Hunter Kit. Nightingale. Dialogue skills, leadership skills. Dialogue skills 10 ли е? Не, 5. Добре, чакай да го сменим това. Toughen. Silver Tongue. Dialogue skills. Това. Така. По-добре. Правилно се, че стария го трием направо изцяло. Не ми трябва. Ще играем края пак.
Listen, I understand the lockdown. Really, I do. You've got your job to do, and you'll get fired if you don't do it.
Thanks for...
Greetings, Inspector. No need to check in here. Your paperwork has all been processed. You should be able... No, I'm sorry. We don't serve any drinks with those tiny umbrellas. I've been starting to play a little game as we travel. You might be a top runger if your hotel is taller than the highest mountain on Monarch.
Иха. Добре, бе. Добре. Чай да видим кой има в тази къщичка. Тук вече крадем. Тук вече може да влезем от тази страна. Май. Тук ли е силът, бе? Къде не е силът, бе? Тук някъде със сигурност не е силът. Какво е? Sullivan. We got a new mark today from Bellhop's leadership gate on the back wall.
In quiet mode.
В green container. Green container. Where is that? Okay. Let's go through the front door. Like normal people.
I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror. Mr. Kincannon really knows how to run a hotel.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Could be here. Do you?
Get a hold of yourself. The administrator would never allow someone as dangerous as a dissident here. Eridanos is safe. This is all just a terrible coincidence.
Of course. You are absolutely right. I think the idea of a psychopath wandering among us is just making me nervous.
Talking about me. Yeah.
What do you think you're doing? I suppose I can look away this time.
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself in grief.
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself in grief.
Report. The immediate vicinity is sparkling clean. Minimal custodial actions required.
The murder has inflicted severe emotional trauma on me. I demand a room upgrade. I can't believe Helen's gone. We're never going to get a sequel to Terror on Monarch.
I'm sorry, sir, but while the hotel is an active crime scene, I regret to inform you that all new bookings, room upgrades, room downgrades, and in-room massages are suspended. Oh, you're the special inspector. Mr. Kincannon warned me you'd be checking in soon. Why, you? Oh, Mr. Kincannon. He runs all sublet underground operations in the Eridanos Atmospheric Complex, including the Grand Colonial Hotel. but he keeps his office down in the warehouse district, near the docks. If you should require to meet with him in person, you're most likely to find him there. While you're here, Inspector, could I set you up with a room? For you, only the best, sir, of course. You'll be staying in our luxurious penthouse suite, vacated just recently. So recently that unfortunately the room's still being cleaned. I'm sure it'll be ready for you by the time you've examined the crime scene. I believe Constable Keene should be waiting for you in the grand ballroom. Oh, the ballroom's right behind the tower elevators. Swing a left or a right, then cut through the crowd of spectators. You can't miss it.
Merci.
Oh, come on. Why is the lounge closed? I wanted brunch.
You know, I never imagined Spencer Woolrich would outlive Halcyon Helen. I'll bet you 10 bits this is all just some sort of publicity stunt.
No, really.
Bertie Holcomb is likely beside himself in grief.
Не мисля, че ще е някаква история. Оу, да крадем. Забравих. Тия не ми трябва... Добре. Resource Ranger. Garden. Не. Не ми съвмести. Аха. Security room. Test restricted message. Concierge. I have reason to believe Ludovico is getting agitated again, which will likely present itself in several dozen messages, each demanding a reduction of his payment. За обяд те поръчат 6 борд bean sandwiches, 2 purple berry shakes и 2 purple berry liqueurs, several retro rockets and cigarettes enough to crush a teacup. Can it? I'd wonder Чудя се дали е планирала партии, но чувстващия персонал казва, че когато са ходили горе, винаги е имал лист с това какво е поръчала. Ако Хелън наистина е искала да поеме всичко, което е поръчала, може би трябва да напусне шоу бизнеса и да влезе в компетитивна консумация, да го замести с беше, перничество. Състезател по ядене. In the past 2 weeks, I have received plasma launcher. Welcome Black Bolt Party. Concierge. Welcome request to have been about what national scope racket football. Fix new clothes because he keeps and I quote accidentally tearing the shirt that are too small for my giant muscles. Whatever.
Welcome to the Grand Colonial. Please make yourself at home. No, I'm sorry. We don't serve any drinks with those tiny umbrellas.
I was nearly attacked by a terror ray on my way here.
Who cares? Πάμε да продаваме. Това. И тая лопата. И това. Не, това. Така. И това ще. It's better choice. Добре.
I did not read about this kind of treatment in the service agreement papers.
Look. Okay. Still.
Black Hole Bertie's disappeared, you know. That poor fellow must be inconsolable.
You don't know how grateful I am to the Morale Improvement Program. Changed my life.
Oh, thank the law. Inspector, you don't know how relieved I am to see you. Constable Maria Keene. It's good to meet you in person, Inspector.
Dr. Goodnight. Ecstatic to make your various acquaintances and so on? Are we finished with the pleasantries? There's something I'm excited to show you. Are you talking about that program? What was it called? Perspiring Your Way to Productivity? No, what I have is much more invigorating.
Our coroner has developed a device which may prove useful in your investigation. Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you.
Our office has instructed her to hand it over to you. Oh, please. You make it sound as if I'm turning over stolen goods. Behold, my discrepancy amplifier. Hold it in your hands. Feel the way it hums with ontological potential.
Бях в туалетната. Какво се случи тук? Бях от май. Oh, ontological potential. This makes us use of deterministic calculus.
You're rather sharp in your upper story. I can see why you're the inspector. The discrepancy amplifier uses a deterministic model of our universe to detect the discrepancy between what should be and what actually is. Then it renders any discrepancies visible by using the power of magnification.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, it's a magnifying glass, but an extraordinarily powerful one. It looks through the glass of reality itself.
Oh.
I'm contractually prohibited from endorsing off-brand technology, but I'll bend that rule just this once. You'll want to peer into the amplifier and examine the crime scene.
Имам amplifier. Greetings, my place. Okay. I'll equip it. But where? What I don't need is this. Така.
Take a look at the crime scene. I'll stay out of your way until you're done.
Okay. Interesting device. Hello, grab
Don't mind us, folks. Normal inspectors doing normal inspector things. Go on, Inspector. Give the amplifier a try. Ah, I was waiting for this. Yes, of course. I'm only too eager to cooperate. If you can't have faith in yourself, then trust in the discrepancy amplifier. The power of science is more than capable of transforming a feckless dullard into a competent detective. No offense. In any case, would it help you to talk about the body? The corpse, Inspector. Concentrate, please. Our leading lady must have
I'm
riled
too
up someone.
horny.
Her wounds from cranium to metatarsal are as follows. A blow to the head, severe enough to lacerate the flesh. Followed by a suite of plasma burns down the neck and back, signs of poisoning, evidence of inanition and desiccation, possible signs of jaundice, some shingles, one malformed toenail.
Oh.
That's good advice. I'll just strike out malformed toenail as a possible cause of death. The short version is this. Helen was killed by poison, a blow to the head, and a plasma weapon. Possibly more. Oh, why, I'm flattered, Inspector. Let me think. I've worked at the Grand Colonial for about as long as it's been around. Prior to that, I lived in Byzantium, but I always felt like it was missing something. And that something turned out to be corpses. Byzantium has much in the way of luxury, but examining the dead does not rank amongst the preferred activities of the elite. It's not necessarily that I dislike it, just that I think the day-in, day-out flow of luxury gets old. Leisure's worth its salt, of course, but sometimes you need to get a little corpse blood on your hands to remember why life's worth living.
Corpse blood.
Absolutely. Usually I'm just a medical practitioner, so I almost never get to deal with anything as unique, or as quiet, as a corpse. The most interesting thing I saw prior to this was the back of Mr. Woolrich's throat after he blew out his vocal cords shouting at an attendant. If I weren't here, I'd be back in my quarters, rewatching Byzantium in the spring, or working on my automatic sprat peeler. Oh, good. One of my favorite subjects. Ask away, my dear. Ask away. I didn't expect an existentialist question so early today. It's a need. Just as sprats feel they must breed, or canids feel they must brutally maul each other, I feel the need to create. You're smarter than I look. Guess there's no shame in telling you exactly what it is you're using, seeing how you're so curious. As it so happened, my husband was mortally wounded in a marauder raid about a year ago. Wasn't going to live more than a few hours. I happened to have an excess of preservative fluids, a scanning device in need of a central processor, and a sudden burst of inspiration. A tragedy doesn't mean you can't be proactive. Technically, it wasn't his whole brain, just a small cross-section, enough to operate the amplifier. But giving the amplifier to you is better than letting it rot in a closet somewhere. Besides, my husband was the prior constable. He would have wanted his brain used for the pursuit of justice.
Знам дали ми се играе нещо, не мога да се концентрирам. След цял ден работа.
I still have the blueprint and several extra prototypes floating around, but I might recommend you try to be careful with it. Some of the amplifier's internal components are rare, shall we say, and I don't have an indefinite supply. Because you're the inspector. I should think that's rather obvious. I invented the discrepancy amplifier to assist me in my own medical work. When you were hired to investigate Helen's death, I realized I had my own part to play. I programmed the amplifier to assist you. I'm entrusting it to your care because I want to see my invention help a brilliant inspector solve the murder of the century. Think of the amplifier as my gift to you. May it avail you in the swift and efficient prosecution of justice. You sure you don't want...
Hey, stop!
Как да го използвам този амплифайер? Нали беше с това? Сигурно трябва да го... Аха.
The discrepancy amplifier is now operational. Greetings, designated inspector and/or unauthorized larcenist. This unit has detected a discrepancy related to Halcyon Helen. Unscheduled expiration of. Begin amplification. The discrepancy amplifier has been programmed to function as a helpful and perceptive aid to the enterprising inspector in the absence of a reliable deputy.
Oh, you'll love this. Amplifier, tell the inspector about your features.
Please do not interrupt the discrepancy amplifier. The discrepancy amplifier is programmed to take instruction from its registered or designated inspector.
How curious. I must have set its impertinence levels to flagrant.
This unit's features include an automated personality simulator. This unit has been programmed to simulate joy and satisfaction in assisting you. This footprint stands out from the normally spotless floor of the grand ballroom. Typically, the ballroom is cleaned twice daily, which means this must have been made by either Helen or her assailant or assailants.
Не мога.
Now loading mouthwash protocol. Please open wide, customer. Footprint is a tailor-made 8.75, suggesting that its owner was very particular about their shoe size. It is also the exact size that Halcyon Helen typically prefers. There are traces of dirt throughout the footprint. The dirt carries traces of fertilizer, as well as the faint signs of crushed purpleberries and grass. Grass, fertilizer, and purpleberries can all be found in the purpleberry orchards, located not far from the Grand Colonio. This deduction appears sound.
Good work, Inspector. I had a feeling we'd make some progress once we brought you onto the case. You'll need Administrator Ludovico to grant you access to the orchards. Contact him through the secure access terminal in your penthouse suite. Check in with the concierge. Your room should be ready by now. If it isn't, I may have to go shake someone by the collar.
Какъв демидж е? 25. С тия големи... Как с тия големи маси? Аз съм клекнал. Тя какво на сцената да изпеем една песен. Не може. Обаче има пълна корем. Стига зарежда. Къде отиваме? Ето там.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I knew I should have gotten her autograph when I had the chance.
Hey, you can still get it.
Bring her back, folks.
You can still get the footprints. Oh?
The Grand Colonial Front Desk warmly welcomes you, Inspector. It's a pleasure to see you again. How may I be of assistance to you, Inspector?
I don't know.
It certainly is a marvel of modern ingenuity, luxury, and ambition. Please, allow me to answer any curiosities you might have about our building and the amenities on offer. Twice the size of the next biggest room, and kitted out with any amenity you want, as well as many that you won't. Best to enjoy it while you can, Inspector. Typically, the only people who can afford the penthouse suite have enough bits to suffocate everyone on Terra 2. Also, please inform me if Woolridge gives you a hard time about getting a better room than his. Don't tell him I said this, but everyone on staff wants to strangle him.
Okay, I won't mention.
Most certainly. All the important folks can be found in the utmost parts of the hotel. You can hardly walk 3 feet without bumping into a tossball grate or a bored exec. Though maybe don't bump into them. Could be harmful to your health. Who would be interested in a staff-only area? Most folks never ask about the sewers beneath Arizo's plant, either. Oh no, Inspector, sir. I live down there too. But that doesn't mean I plan to abide in the bowels of the Grand Colonial forever. The best thing about Sublight compared to other organizations is the potential for upward mobility. We bottom rungers get in, do our job, do it well, then move up and on. This is but one rung on the grand ladder of life, you see? My apologies, Inspector, but that would be a severe violation of guest privacy. We here at the Grand Colonial firmly believe that... All right, my supervisor just walked out of earshot. Some folks just don't understand the importance of gossip. About whom? And what would you wish to know? You know, out of everyone here, I probably knew the least about Helen. I'm not much of an Aetherwave watcher myself. And Helen always had a crowd of admirers chasing her, you see. So she rarely stopped to chat. Friendly enough, surely, but always seemed untouchable. Emphasis on seemed. Now that you mention it, she was usually calm and collected, but every so often I'd see her looking all wild-eyed and intense. It seemed as if she was determined about something. Or maybe she was just hungry? That woman ordered a lot of food. Maybe show business gives you a faster metabolism. Ah, Birdie. Is he bigger than he is dumb, or dumber than he is big? I've a bet with a friend. Not sure we'll ever get it to pay out. Birdie used to be Helen's beau, though he isn't anymore, and not just because she's dead. If I had 1,000,000 bits, I'd spend every one just to learn what caused their split. If looks could kill, he'd have put her in the ground 10 times over. Man's clearly jealous of her success compared to his. See, I'd bet we're the only 2 people thinking about him in all of Eridanos. And I only am because you mentioned his name. If you leave woolly cow milk out, it turns to curds. Leave the curds out, they begin to get stale, then rot. Woolridge is on his way to the trash bin, and everyone knows it. Either he's in denial, or he knew Helen would be checking out soon, judging by his increasing demands for a room upgrade. That's a shame, Inspector. What if I wanted to know a little about you? A dashing gunslinger type, then. I'm sure the investigation will turn out splendidly in your hands. Or at least Mr. Kincannon seems confident enough to believe so.
Very pleasant conversation with you. I'd love more. But it will be maybe tomorrow. Maybe that's enough for today. 50 minutes. It's okay. See you tomorrow.